Okay, so this is the Desmos example for finding mean, median, mid-range, and mode for a given data set. And if you watch the video, you've already seen the definitions and we'll come back to them. But we're going to use Desmos to find these things and do it fairly quickly. And this is a reasonably small data set, only 20 elements long. First thing that we want to do if we're going to use Desmos to find the median, mid-range, and mode for the data set is we're going to go to Desmos. We're going to click on this add item, and just like most times when you're doing statistical analysis, you're going to start with a table of values. And so I am going to enter this data set here into my table there, and it is 28 and then 30 and then 28, 31, 31 again, 28, the next line in Desmos, and I'm going to go type in a command here. It's called length, Length. And again, you can see when it changes from italicized to regular type, you know you've typed in a correct command. And I'm going to go X1 here, and you'll notice it has 20 elements. And if we go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And so as long as I didn't make any mistakes with my data entry here, I should be okay. And again, it asks us to find the mean, median, mid-range, and mode for the set. Now, Desmos does mean and median with its own command. And so if I go back to here and I type in mean and then X1, it will give me the mean of 29.85. And then if I hit enter and I go median X1, it'll go 30. So if I come back here and I go mean, let's see here, 29.85, and the median was 30. And I need to do my mid-range. Now, mid-range is not a command in Desmos, but if we go back to the definitions page and pull down here, the mid-range is the average of the maximum and the minimum value in the data set. Now, we can find those a couple of different ways. If I type in max X1, I get 38, and if I type in min X1, I get 18. Now, that's not the only way. I'm going to show you another way in a later example where you can get a few of the other values, including the median altogether. But just for this example, I've got 38 and 18. So my mid-range is going to be the average of the largest and the smallest. And so since the largest was 38 and the smallest was 18, the average is just going to be the sum divided by 2. Let's do that real quick here in Desmos. And say parentheses, because we're going to do a calculation here before we do the division. We'll go 18 plus 38 all divided by 2, and we get 28 there. So my mid-range is 28, and then the mode. The mode is the element that happens the most often, and since this is such a small data set, we could go through and calculate the number of times a given element repeats itself. But since we are using Desmos and we would like to do a shortcut, there is no mode for Desmos. But if I do the dot plot that we did in the last lesson, and I go X1 again, and then I come down here and I do the automatic max, this shows you the dots for all of the values. Now, since mode is the element that occurs the most often, the value with the highest stack will be our mode. So since this element at 30 is repeated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, that is going to be our mode. Okay, moving on.